This game sucks.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I have Vampire Survivors on like 5 other devices, but, you know, I like my Switch. So what the hell is this game? Why does it suck? And why do I keep playing it? Maybe we should back up, just in case you don't know what Vampire Survivors is. In March 2021, London-based developer Ponkel released Vampire Survivors as a free HTML5 game on itch.io. Check the description if you want the link to go play it right now. It was successful, but it really blew up when it launched on Steam Early Access in December of 2021, then even more so when the Early Access PC and Xbox Game Pass versions released in May of 2022. Vampire Survivors is incredibly simple. All you do is move. You control one of over 24 unlockable characters, each with a slew of RPG stats and one starting weapon, which auto-attacks over a period of time. Your job then is to move the character around and keep them out of harm's way, all while positioning them so their attacks connect with enemies. Most enemies will drop gems after you defeat them to help you level up, and upon leveling up, you can upgrade your existing weapon, obtain new weapons, or upgrade character stats like speed or attack strength, which are presented to you in randomized groups of 3 at a time. You also collect coins, which can be spent in between runs on permanent stat increases across all characters. As the run progresses, enemies start coming dozens to hundreds at a time, and you essentially become a power washer of death, just mowing down enemies and collecting gems while choosing how you'll get stronger and stronger. It feels like a video game slot machine, especially with the music and sound, which makes sense because before creating Vampire Survivors, the lead designer previously did UI work on slot machines. Go figure. The game is amazing. It's therapeutic and incredibly addictive, and it's available via PC, Xbox, and mobile, but it's not on the Switch. But you know what is on the Switch? Monster Destroyer. And Monster Destroyer is the dumbest, most blatant ripoff of a game I have ever covered. And that's saying something, considering I've covered over 4,000 games here at Nindie Nation. But here's the thing. Monster Destroyer is on the Switch, and Vampire Survivors is not. Even more, Monster Destroyer, developed by Elusor, has a free demo that you can easily get a few hours of gameplay out of, though only about 15 minutes at a time, and the full game is only $7, but is constantly on sale for about half of that. If you look at the other games developed by Elusor, you'll find a smorgasbord of garbage, just complete rip-off trash that I wouldn't recommend to anyone. But then again, they kinda, maybe, sorta brought Vampire Survivors to the Switch? So take everything I said about Vampire Survivors, and that's Monster Destroyer, but with awful free engine demo assets, a somehow even wonkier interface, and a level of polish that I can only relate to when you eat Cheetos and instead of washing your hands, you just lick your fingers. Sure, you got the flavor, and you don't see dust on your fingers anymore, but you know just as well as I do that everything about that action was bad for everybody. So that's Monster Destroyer, the licking Cheetos dust off your fingers version of Vampire Survivors. It's downright shameful that it exists, and is yet another cheap asset flip bordering on outright IP infringement. And I've put like 30 hours into it. My chief complaint is that the coin upgrade system in between runs is way too stingy, so you'll probably get a few runs in before actually upgrading anything of note, but otherwise, the majority of the experience is there. It's stupid and I don't recommend it to anyone, but it's there. And if you want Vampire Survivors on the Switch, it's currently your best bet. Let me know down in the comments if you've played Vampire Survivors, or if you're thinking about picking up Monster Destroyer. Gonna check out the demo? I wanna know what you think. Also, shout out and endless curses to Nugget from the Nindie Nation Discord for bringing this bottom shelf cereal of a video game to my attention. If you wanna chat about indie games or just hang out with some cool people, why don't you come join us? That's it for this video, but stop by every Wednesday when Nindie Nation brings you the latest in new Nintendo Switch indie releases, and we stream new games every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, so we hope to see you there. Until next time, I'm Jeff, and thanks for tuning in to Nindie Nation.